Who did a Farron Cousins from Ring of Fire had posted a video on this, and I'm gonna do my own little video. But basically, the Republicunt Party has become basically there is no Republicunt Party left. It's just they basically become a cult for 45. Earlier this week, Washington Post's conservative columnist Jennifer Rubin went on MSNBC to basically tell us what has happened to the Republican Party today, and Rubin repeated the claim that she has made in the past, and this is what she had said. She said they become a cult, and they simply followed 45, wherever he meanders through the desert, following him, making excuses for him, no matter what lies he puts out. And it really is a moment for choosing. It really is a defining moment for the party and for these individuals. Now, what she's saying here is that Republicans do have a choice, but they choose not to follow that choice. Do you want to continue to go down this path of being the cult of 45, or do you want to reverse course and go down the path that is simply the Republican Party? Now, here's where I disagree with Jennifer Rubin. They had the opportunity. This isn't the moment of choosing. It's the moment of choosing was 2 years ago, or 18 months ago, or was 12 months ago, or was 6 months ago. We're not going to give them any more chances, Jennifer. Unfortunately, I know you mean well, but I do know you're also, politically, ideologically against the things that we need to move, to help move this country forward. So I don't consider you to be much better off than the 45 cultists, because as a conservative, you still want to have the tax cuts for the wealthy. You don't want the Green New Deal, and we have to have those things. You don't want Medicare for all, and we have to have those things. But the Republican Party is way past the opportunity of being able to choose where they want to go. The Republican Party, as it once stood, is dead. It is now unequivocally a cult of 45. And the important thing to remember about that is not just the electorate. It's not just a few people like Jacob Wall out there on Twitter. This is our elected officials who, as Rubin did correctly point out, says they enable him. They blindly follow him, which is true they do. They're not standing up to them. They're just saying, sure, whatever you want. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. And here's the reason why. Because 45's policies are no different from the rest of the Republican Party. The Republican Party hasn't had a new ideal since 1980. And unfortunately, that new ideal was to cut taxes for the wealthy, and it never worked out. It's still the same 39 years later. They still have the one ideal, and that's why they follow 45, because they got nothing else. They were looking for a leader, but they found a cult leader instead, and weren't smart enough to know the difference. So now they followed him down a path of no return, and believe me when I say that, the Republican Party will never hit the point that it used to be. What will happen is eventually there will be a fracture, just likely will be with the Democrats, and we will see new parties sprout up, some extreme, some towards the center. And to be honest, this is what we need as a country. The two-party system sucks, especially when one of them goes down the path of full blown, psychopathy like the Republican Party. But there is hope if fractures occur. If more parties sprout up that are viable in elections, that may be the one thing that helps us to save this country and propel us forward. But it's not going to be the cult of 45 leading us to a brand new era. Now, I want to bring this up because I'm usually on Twitter a lot, just tweeting shit. And, of course, I've been proving this inbreeding redneck 45 supporter wrong, because he keeps insisting that we have a booming economy, which we don't. Because every damn day I'm reading stories about how businesses are still closing and factories are still laying off workers. So we do not have a booming economy, as 45 and his inbred redneck supporters claim. Just like yesterday, I was reading a story about this tech company in Roswell that's for General Motors, and they just announced they're laying off like 500 workers. So I said, so tell me, where are these jobs coming back that you claim are